Hi, I'm Captain Coppin with Texas Fishing Tips, and this is your weekly fishing report.
Well, this week we have had extreme low tides. It's acting like it's February already. Cold weather, low tides, some on and off strong winds, mostly out of the north, has created our full-time winter pattern, which we look for every year, and now we're right in the middle of it. Working these grass lines right on the edges, catching good mixed bags of trout with a few good reds, throwing paddle tails, popping corks and shrimp, working slow, just kind of letting them drift down the edge of the grass on the drop off. About 3.5, 4 foot of water. If you come over here and you see some cloudy, milky, murky water, make a drift through it because there's fish in it. Don't fish that crystal clear stuff. All up here in the flat's pretty clear. Not a whole lot of fish in there. There's a few, scattered reds and trout running around, but most of your fish are out here on the drop off, catching about 8 to 10 keepers per drift. Over here, just south of the causeway, over here by Cause and Red Dot, when that north wind's been blowing through the bridge, we've been catching some good fish in the channel here. Actually, all of these little crash channels have had fish in them, some more than others. But when you come to like a little cul-de-sac like this, there's been some black drum piled up in the end of it. Or like a little turn off here by this cabin, there's been some black drum. But on the calmer days, you can just put the trolling motor down and work these long channels. But when that wind's cranking, just power pull down, throw some shrimp on the bottom, and you'll just catch a ton of fish, trout, reds, and drum. Back here in the canals, we've been catching good fish. That tide's been low, the water's been cold. Those fish are going to start moving in here. The bait stays in here pretty much all winter long. And this pattern will continue. When it gets cold and the water gets low, these canals are almost like little insulators. Concrete walls, everybody's got their heaters going, fires going, and it concentrates these fish in here, keeps the water a little bit warmer than all that bay water out there in the open bay, so the temperature doesn't fluctuate as much. I've come in here and find thermoclines in some of these canals where the water is a good 5, maybe 6 degrees warmer than the ambient temperature in the bay system. Over here on the south shore of Baffin, a lot of these deeper rocks are holding fish. Like I said, that tide's really low, so it's pulled a lot of the fish off the shoreline, off to the drop off, so we can work this edge. There's been a few wade fishermen over here catching a few nice trout. Look for that pattern to continue. But if you want to catch a lot of fish, out here on the drop off is where most of them been hanging. All the bait's been running up and down here. Over here, Los Corrales, I fished here the other day, caught some good trout, box fish, anything between 15 to 18 inches. Couple of nice ones in here. Caught some black drum on a windy day over here when the north wind was cranking. I just power pulled down upwind of a rock, caught a bunch of black drum. But yeah, just out here in about 3.5, 4 foot of water, fishing those deeper rocks. Over here, Puerto Pass, been catching lots and lots of black drum, even starting to see some of the big uglies moving in, which is kind of rare, but every year we get them in here. Usually we get them more around the end of February, beginning of March, but we're already starting to see the big uglies. When I fish in here is when it's just cranking out of the north and the current's ripping through here. Put both power poles down and sit in about 4 foot of water. Throw shrimp on the bottom with like a 1/2 or 3/4 ounce egg weight, and just get full limits of nice, good eating drum.
I'm Captain Coppin. Thanks for watching.